Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today's video is one that I've been wanting to do for absolutely ages. It's one about my top 10 best baby purchases, and I think that I learned a lot through things that I bought which I didn't necessarily need, and things that I bought which were to me great value, and these are the items I wanted to share with you. So let's get right away. So number one on the list is called the Cozy Dream. It kind of replaces, or it's instead of the sleepy head or the Cocooner baby. Now, everyone told me that I had to have a sleepy head, and I went into John Lewis when I was pregnant, obsessed with the idea of buying one. And the salesman in there was really good. He said to me, how do you know what you need until your baby is actually here? He said your baby might have reflux, it might have colic, and you might need them to be propped up, or they might like to be snuggled in, they might want more space. And he was absolutely right, and I took his advice. I didn't buy anything. And then when my daughter arrived, she really liked being like snuggled in, so we ended up buying the Cozy Dream, which was so much cheaper. I mean, the sleepy head and the Cocooner baby are great, but they're really expensive, like 150 plus pounds. And the Cozy Dream, I'm just looking, is about £40, but usually it's an offer. I think I paid about £25–30 for it, and we used it pretty much from early on, a few weeks until 6 months, until she was rolling over. And I found it brilliant. She was really comfortable in it. She always slept on her back. She was very snug in, and worked really well. Second on my list is an obvious one. It's the Aiden and Anne, if that's how you pronounce it, the muslins, but the big ones, so that you can swaddle the baby in. I found these really good. I used them also for covering me when I was breastfeeding, for swaddling my baby once I learnt how, and for also clearing up messes. I mean, I needed quite a few because they're always in the wash, but they do beautiful designs and really useful for a variety of purposes. Number three is the Medela breast pump kit, and it is the freestyle one, which is more expensive than the one that people traditionally use. I think it's called the Style, but it is a double pump, and it is quite a powerful pump. See, I used the hospital grade pump for the first few months because I was so paranoid about not having enough milk. But when I went back to work when my daughter was about 8 months, I knew that carrying the hospital grade pump to work was not going to work. And also I do a lot of travel for work, so this kind of comes with its own carry kit and has a cool container with the ice pack for you to put all the bottles into to keep them cold when you are traveling. And it comes in a really discreet carry bag and really useful. I think this was brilliant for me. I was going through airports, pumping in hotel rooms, pumping in hotel toilets, all the rest, and it really helped me keep going from when I went back to work when my daughter was 8 months through to when I stopped, which was when she was about 14 months. Number four was my baby carrier. So I knew nothing about baby carrying when I was pregnant and when I first had my daughter, and it's something I came to discover later. And I spent an absolute fortune on a pram. I spent about £700 and ended up carrying my daughter around majority of the time in a stretchy baby wrap. And I absolutely loved this. I could put the washing out, I could unload the dishwasher, she would sleep on me, I could go for a walk. It was just brilliant. I thoroughly recommend those stretchy baby carriers. They cost about £25, so in hindsight I probably shouldn't have spent so much on a pram. Number five is again an obvious one. It's the Maxi Cozy car seat. It's really good for being able to transport your baby from place to place. You can hook it onto most prams, and sometimes you have to buy the adapters, but it's brilliant. Can't fault it. Number 6 is the grow bags. So I say grow bags, but I actually mean sleeping bags, because I bought mine from Sainsbury's because the grow bags were, I thought, quite expensive. And they are beautiful though, and the grow bags one, they do a travel one, which I also recommend, because if you're coming back late at night, you can put your baby in the sleeping bag, in the car seat, and it's easy to move and then straight into bed. We don't actually go out that much at night, but when we do, this is really, really useful. Number 7 is actually my stroller, which I started using, I would say, probably not until she was maybe around 8 months, when she was really sitting up. But you can use it for a newborn, and actually I wish I had bought this earlier. So that's my kind of advice with the stroller, is don't necessarily use your travel system to carry on, because it is clunky and it's heavy. And the Joey Light Trax 4, you can fold it up with one hand, you can kind of put it over your shoulder, you can carry it around, and it's so much more compact to put in the car. And it goes right back so that your baby can sleep almost flat, and the hood comes all the way over so that it can be made pretty dark for them. So I think it ticks all the boxes. Number 8 is the Medela sterilising bags, microwave bags. So I bought the Tommy Tippy, the big steriliser that sits on the worktop, which you can put all the bottles in. As I ended up breastfeeding pretty much exclusively, I didn't need this, so I bought this again when I was pregnant and fell for the offers that I had to be prepared for everything. They take up so much space on the kitchen worktop, and because most of my sterilising was just the pumps, the parts for the breast pump, I could just pop those into the microwave bags, put them in the microwave, and then the bag would be in a drawer, so it takes up no space. So definitely recommend them. They're $12.99, and I think you get a pack of 5 or something. Number 9 is called the Skip Hop Owl, and I bought this instead of the traditional. Well, I did buy the You and the Dream Sheep initially after recommendation from a colleague, but what I didn't like about Ewan was the fact that it goes off after about 20 minutes. So if my daughter wakes up, she doesn't have that to put her back to sleep, so we had to go in and reset it all the time. So what happens with the owl is that you can put it on continuous. Whether or not you like that or not, it's a personal decision, but we keep ours running all night, so that when she does wake up, she kind of knows it's night time, she has the music playing, and she puts herself back to sleep most of the time. Number 10, so finally, this one was an expensive purchase, but I think it's worthwhile. So I bought the Stoke Trip Trap high chair. It is brilliant. I think it's so easy to clean. I can put the parts for it in the dishwasher, I can put the cushions in the washing machine, and it comes, you can buy a tray part for it, which is really easy to wipe clean. And it looks really nice in my living room, so it can be pushed right up to the table so that my daughter eats at the table with us. And it looks stylish against my dining table, so I don't feel like I've got this great big plastic high chair in my living room. So originally I had bought the, I think it's called the Chico high chair, which is a really padded one, very traditional high chair, but I found it an absolute nightmare to clean, and we were doing baby-led weaning, so there was a lot of mess. And the third time I cleaned it, I decided that I was going to sell it, and I bought this one instead. So that's my top 10 tips. So I'd love to hear what you think and what your best tips or what your best purchases were, and compare notes, what you thought was useful and what's not so useful. If you're new to my channel, my name's Debbie. I'm mum to 16-month-old Seren. I live with my partner Matt in Buckinghamshire, and I work full-time, and my videos are all based on mothering tips and money saving tips, as well as some shopping, my favourite products, things that have worked and things that I've learned over the 16 months of becoming a new mum. And I'll carry on sharing all the tips and things I learned, but I would love to hear from you what tips you have as well. I find that YouTube is a really useful medium for learning from other mums, and I just wanted to share my knowledge as well. So I hope you like this channel, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.